Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great week. So what I thought I'd do today is demonstrate my new tarot methods. I may have mentioned it before, I'm working on a new tarot reading method based on poker. Basically inspired by Bellatro, and it's basically a system in which we create poker hands to read the tarot cards, but we do it with tarot decks. There are special rules I've developed to enable us to do that, to use the major arcana and all the cards in the deck to create those hands. And based on what hand we get a particular result. So each hand has its own meaning that correlates with the cards, or that influences how the cards interact with each other. And obviously at the same time we also use classical tarot methods, like whatever you like. Actually, you can follow whatever system you like. You can use your keywords based on Rider-Waite, or you can use the open reading methods based on a pictorial representation of the cards. So basically my system accommodates all tastes, and I even have like an easy and advanced method. Let's say I call them the open hand and the hidden hand methods, as obviously the system is called the hand of fate method, right? So the hand of fate is the poker hand of fate in this regard. So what I thought we'd do is we'll lay a few spreads with different decks to demonstrate what it kind of looks like. And obviously in order to do that we need to come up with some questions. So let's say, I don't know, maybe something simple. What would be a good question? Something generic. Let's say I can't think of anything. Usually I don't really think of questions either. I mean, I usually just read the cards for myself to meditate. So we could, okay, I have a good one. Will Trump reveal the Epstein files? That's a hefty question. So let's pick our most serious deck for that. I have here my Jodorowsky-Camoin Tarot de Marseille. I'm gonna be relying a lot on the Tarot de Marseille in this video, but I might do a reading with Rider-Waite. See what happens. So okay, so will Trump release the Epstein files? Let me just shuffle the cards here a little bit. I might even do a ruffle shuffle. Ooh, I don't know why the camera just went red for some reason. A ruffle shuffle. Yeah, it's not the word that I said that made it turn red. So I don't know what the reason is. Let me see. Okay, let's put these together. I'm not good at ruffle shuffling. I'm only good at doing the ruffle, but not the shuffle part. So I can do this. And it really depends on the deck if it even works out for me. But yeah, that's usual fare. So let's go a few more times. I'm not really feeling it yet. I might do another ruffle. Like this. Right, okay. I already gave away the first card, so I need to shuffle a little bit more. Alright, I'm not looking, you're looking. Alright, let's put these aside. And I'll start with the first, with the basic method, with the open hand. Actually, no. You know what? Fuck it. This is a difficult question, so let's start with... Should I go open or... Okay. 50-50. Now, let's start with the hidden hand. So the hidden hand works as follows. We draw two cards face down. 1, 2, I'm trying to get them into frame, so hopefully they'll be all visible. 3. And then you draw 5 cards face up. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, these might not be all visible, so I'll try to get them in frame a little bit. So if we look at our cards, we got. Oh, I should turn them around actually. Now that I think of it, let me just do this. How am I gonna do this? Ah man, I made a mess of it right away. Right away. Let me just put them in order here. I like to have them in order, if you couldn't tell, because for me that's important in the divination process. But obviously you're not. How do you say? This is an optional part of the thing, right? You can hold them in your hand like in a poker game and rearrange them as you want. There's no particular specific meaning to the order of the cards as such, but it can be helpful, and I find it helpful, so I use it that way. But so what have we got? We got a 4 of coins, Justice, the Hermit, the Lovers. Let me get them a little bit lower. The Lovers and the Page of Swords. Now what? Wait, I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 5. Okay, so we have 5 face up, and 2 face down, which are these. I'm not showing them, right? I have them. They're not in the picture because they don't fit the camera, but they're face down anyway. So what we now do is we check what hand we can get out of this, right? So we have a 4, we have a 6, we have a 9, we have an 8 and a page. There's a few options here because we have 3 major arcana cards, so we could try going for a major arcana spread, right? So we have those as well. But that would mean we need another 2. There's a chance that the face down ones are the cards we need, but there's no telling. So let's and if we add like 6, 8, and 9, we could maybe go for a 7 somewhere in between. So it could become a flush, or maybe even a major flush. So a major flush is a flush with only major arcana cards. So let's see what we get. And we can discard up to 5 cards, only the face up ones. So I'm going to discard the 4 of coins and the Page of Swords and see what comes up. So we're drawing new cards. Oh, we got the Ace of Coins. And we got the Queen of Swords. Isn't that interesting? I think the cards are telling us not to bother. We got the same suits. Maybe we can still replace the Queen, but we could still get a flush out of this, even with just these cards. Well, if we can get another coins card. So let's see. I'm going to discard the Queen of Swords, and then I got a 3 of Wands. I'm going to discard that as well. We have max 5 cards. I got a Knight of Swords. So I'm going to do one last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we have one last card. And we got the Tower. So now we do have. So what happens now is basically the major arcana cards are wild cards, right? So the Hermit counts as a 9. Justice counts as an 8 of any suit. The Lover counts as a 6 of any suit. And the Tower, but here's the problem, the Tower is 16. And so the decimals, they count as, they are the same as the numbers 1 to 10, right? So the Tower counts as a 6 as well. And the problem is that we cannot pair two major arcana cards with each other. So they can be wild cards, but they cannot be paired with each other. So we have to choose for either the Tower or the Lover. And if we turn, okay, and if we turn the other two cards around, we got, ooh, okay. So if we turn the other two cards around, we got the Magician and the World as well. So now we do have actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards, which means we got a major flush. Let us see in the book what a major flush represents, just to give you an idea of what the method entails. So a major flush is up here. Right in the middle, basically, just above the full house. A powerful transformative experience driven by spiritual forces. So obviously this is correct, right? Trump releasing the Epstein files is a big sort of initiatory moment for America and the world, right? And we got now we can start analyzing the cards. So we have the Magician, and we have the World. And you could say the Magician is looking away from the world, right? And he's looking to the past. So this could be Trump in this case. The world, you know, is surrounded by these four animals. So you could say this is the elite feeling the pressure, right? And here's their leader. He's looking away. The pressure from all sides, right? So even the left and right have united over this, and there's a lot of controversy and etc. We have this one. Okay, we'll get to this. So this one isn't part of the spread of the hand. But then we have these four. Now the problem is still that we have both the Lovers and the Tower, which both count as a 6. Because, according to the rules of the Hand of Fate method, we always go for the strongest hand. We also go for the highest cards, right? Highest numerical value. So we're going to skip the Lovers and follow the Tower in this case. So obviously, right, we have Justice. This is what everyone's asking for. Then we have the Hermit, which again, how do you say? I think you could say this represents like the, you know, the people and the journalists looking for the truth, right? And he's looking towards justice as well, and he's also looking towards the Magician in the same direction. But this guy is not looking to the past; he's looking to his destination in this case. Obviously he's looking to the past because the Epstein files, they refer to past events, obviously, with all the people that knew Jeffrey Epstein. But yeah. And then lastly, obviously, we have the Tower. So obviously the truth is going to come out one way or another. And it's going to cause great upheaval. So I think, right, so the House of Cards, wait, come on, am I pointing the wrong way? Yeah, okay, so the House of Cards is going to collapse. I'm gonna pick this one up, put it in view. Right, La Maison Dieu, the House of Cards is going to collapse. So I honestly think this reading is pretty straightforward, as you can see. I'm going to pick the cards up just to show you a little bit better. we got this. Oh yeah. So we got our hands is the following cards. And it's a major flush, right? So we have the Magician, the Worlds, Justice, the Hermit, and the Tower. And obviously this could also indicate the elite withdrawing from the world, right? So we had the world earlier. Here. And then we have the pressure of Justice. And the Hermit, but he's looking at Justice. So I think this symbolizes us, right? Looking for the truth. And then the House of Cards. But then we also have these two cards. These are in reserves. And obviously we have the Ace of Coins, which signifies a great opportunity, right? And you could say, for example, I mean, I've heard it said that, people are advising Trump to just release the files, and that this is an opportunity for him to redeem himself in a way, let's say. And we have the Lovers, which obviously in this case indicates a dilemma, right? Or a choice that needs to be made, things like that. And we also have the discarded cards. The discarded cards in our method represent the things that we had to leave behind, or the things that we sacrificed, or the things that are in the past. So the Four of Coins is usually associated with power. Here, however, we have the little phoenix in the middle. So maybe, maybe this, the fact that we had to leave this behind could signify like Trump choosing not to tell the truth as of yet, which has delayed like the American, regeneration, like the phoenix, like he claims he was going to bring about, right? Make America great again. You could say that that is one thing. We have the Knight of Swords, who's coming to gallop to our, who is galloping to our rescue. Yeah, I should put them in order that I drew them, right? So we have first of all, this is also interesting, right? We have the Page of Swords, and he was also looking toward the past. Same perspective. And then we have the Queen of Swords, who's also looking toward the past, right? These could be informants, right? These could be insiders that maybe the elite had to do away with because they were going to reveal the truth. Then we have the Three of Wands, which speaks of dignity and virtue, right? So, and then we have the Knight of Swords, who's also looking in the same direction, but he's galloping towards the past. So yeah, anyway, I hope this made sense, right? So, I mean, I think it's pretty clear that the dice has been cast. The die has been cast, right? And no matter how much we want to look at the past, justice is going to prevail, as long as we keep looking for her. And the House of Cards is going to fall. So I hope I hope that was somewhat clear. These are pretty big cards, so it's kind of tough to fit them into the camera. So I had to finagle it a little bit to show you what I'm trying to do. Right? It's really not that complicated, but it's kind of hard with this kind of limited field of view here. So I'm going to do another one. Maybe I'm just going to do one, not three, or like not two more. God damn it! I don't mind you looking at my and my tummy. I mean, yeah, sorry guys, it's pretty hot here, that's why I'm dressed like this. Ah, look, there you go, this is perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do one more, maybe a little bit less ambitious, with my Playing Marseille tarot deck, which is one of my favorite new decks. It's absolutely amazing, and I mean, so as you can see, it uses spades, hearts, diamonds, and clubs. So it's got a little bit of a different feel to it. It feels more like reading playing cards than tarot, but it's still got the major arcana, and it's still very insightful and very how do you say? Very witty. It's a very witty deck. It makes it makes a lot of clever remarks and stuff, and snide remarks and snarky remarks. So let's see, what do we have here? 2 of clubs. Okay. So what should we ask next? Let's say, maybe something a little less extreme than the last question. I'm actually interested to see if my spread comes true. But I mean, obviously, it's just a matter of common sense. I think. I think the truth will come out. So let's see what we have. What should I ask? Okay, I got something. Will people understand this demonstration? Will it be clear? Will I be able to make clear how this method works? Right? It's not that difficult. It's a good question, I think, and it will help me to conclude this episode in a nice fashion. And we're 22 minutes in. It's not too bad. All right. Okay, this the one thing that kind of bothers me about this deck is it's a bit hard to shuffle, because it's a very cardboardy deck, but it's not too bad. They're small cards, so that's you know, it kind of helps, but it also kind of makes it worse. So yeah. So this time I'm going to do the open hand method. The basic method, right? We did the advanced method, which was maybe a bit too much. So basically the difference is, once we shuffled the cards, we put them all down face up. So 7 cards in total. Okay. Okay, this looks good. Wheel of Fortune. 6 of diamonds. Oh no, sorry, 7 of diamonds, 6 of diamonds. The Fool. 4. 2 of hearts. Oh, sorry. I got a Knight of Hearts. It's not very visible right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the Hanged Man. So my current hand looks like this. I'll put it in my hand just so it's a bit better, bit more visible, right? So we got the Hanged Man, the Knight of Hearts, 2 of Hearts, the Fool, 6 of Diamonds, 7 of Diamonds, and the Wheel of Fortune. So, once again, we have 2 major arcana cards, so this one could count as a 2. The Hanged Man, it's number 12, so we remove the 10, and we get a 2. And this could count as a 10. Now, we already have a 2, which means we got a pair. The Hanged Man and the 2 of Hearts. We also got the Fool, by the way. So, there's 2 cards that are special. So the Fool and the World, 21, are also wild cards, but they are separate from the other 20 cards. In that the Fool and the World are the only major arcana cards that can represent a court card of any suit or any rank. So we have fewer cards for court cards in terms of major arcana representation, but they can fill more roles. Which means we have a court card right here, that's the Knight of Hearts and the Fool, which makes for 2 knights. We already got a 2 pair, which means we got the 2 of Hearts and the Hanged Man, which are 2 2s. And then we got the Knight of Hearts and the Fool, which are 2 knights now. The Fool counts, in this case, can jump in for a knight. And then we got the 6 and 7 and the 10, so we could maybe go for a straight, but honestly, I see no reason to. We have a 2 pair, so we might try going for a full house, maybe. So let's try. Let's see which cards we will. Let's keep these 4 apart. We already decided that these are our hand. Let's remove. Let's discard these 2. Right? And what I usually do is I don't take them away from the spread, I just leave them there. I just change their position a little bit. And then I cover them with the new cards. And then we got the Queen of Spades and 7 of Clubs. We can keep discarding those if we like. Queen of Spades, 7 of Clubs. Let me just put them a little bit more up here. Ace of Hearts, interesting. And a 10. Okay. So this could be good. This could be interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we gotta choose one to replace. Should we go for the ace or should we go for the 10? Aha! Okay, we got a second ace. I went for the 10. So, now it's interesting. Now we have 3 pairs. We have the 2 2s. Sorry. I can rearrange them. We have the 2 2s. 2 of Hearts and the Hanged Man. We have the 2 knights. And we have the 2 aces. Once again, following the basic principle of our method, we're going for the strongest hand and the highest value cards, which means the 2 aces and the court cards, right? So the 2 2s, unfortunately, are going in reserves, right? Which means, are you going to understand the methods? We have 2 knights. Okay, so okay, let's look at what this means, right? A 2 pair consists of 4 cards, which are 2 pairs, literally. And it indicates a conflict or compromise between 2 different forces or ideas. Right, so one force or idea would be the 2 knights, and the other would be the 2 aces. And you can even look at, so if we look at these 4, let's put them, overlay them like this. The Knight of Hearts talks about passion. He's looking to the past as well, right? And he's about to dedicate his cup to the past. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the audience is stuck to past traditions, to past ideas about what tarot is supposed to be, right? Meanwhile, the Fool, and in our reading, in our hands, obviously, like in the functional part of creating our poker hands, the Fool is counts as a knight. But obviously, during our reading, he turns back to the Fool, right? So we read him as he is. He walks to the future. And also, what's interesting, what we see in the past is the reserves, right? So, and in the future as well, because I tried to keep the order a little bit. So the Fool looks at the future, and obviously, mixing tarot with poker might be a foolish endeavor, right? But I think if you keep an open mind, you will understand that this is a viable method, and it's actually very, very powerful. And I'm not I don't know, I'm not kidding around. I've had some pretty wild synchronicities with this system already, and I'm pretty convinced that I'm onto something really, really big. So below that we have the two aces, and they create a similar kind of, because we have the hearts as well, and we have the spades, right? And obviously the heart, right? It's the ace of hearts. It's a big cup again. It contains all the previous knowledge and the love that we have invested upon the tarot and our investigations. But the ace of spades, spades are shovels, right? We dig a grave with them. The ace of spades referred to upheaval again. Well, not exactly upheaval. It more like speaks to burying the past, I guess you could say. Maybe that's one way of interpreting it. But obviously there's fire and stuff as well in the picture, so it could refer to death and destruction, to stabbing. Maybe we stab the tarot in the heart with this method. Who knows? Maybe I'm doing something unthinkably cruel and evil. But I don't think so. I actually think this method is how do you say? Like a love letter, right? To tarot. Because it's still a game. And, if you look at it this way, it could be a stab in the heart of the purists, right? Maybe. And then obviously in the future we have the Wheel of Fortune. So these three cards, they're the reserves. Once again, these are the cards that we didn't use for our final hand. So obviously we still have all the love for the tarot and for the meanings of the cards and for all the knowledge it has given us. But we're also capable of suspending our disbelief. So I think if we put it like that, it will make perfect sense. And obviously I will keep working on it to make sure my book is as clear as possible. And I will make more videos and things like that, and maybe talk about it a bit more. We just got only 2 spreads out of 13 that we have. Right, so we have the 10 normal poker spreads, hands, and the 3 major only hands, which were added on top because we're using the tarot deck. So yeah, those were my readings for today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this made sense. And if you feel like it, feel free to try them out. I will obviously keep writing on my book. It shouldn't, I don't know, I'm already at page 40. I'm doing pretty good. I'll keep pushing to finish it as soon as possible, and I'll keep making videos and posts on Instagram. I've already posted a few pictures with some readings I did on Instagram, among others, to demonstrate my method. So yeah, this was a start, let's say. I still, ideally I'd want a light ring or something to be able to take a clearer picture of the cards and stuff and have more space to do this. But for now, this will have to do. This deck did help a little bit because the cards are a little bit smaller, but not by much. So yeah, anyway guys, that was that for me for today. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.